Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crisis169 coming to you live with Power Effect a Minute. My gaming rig, my Logitech camera. I'm here. You're here. You're there. I wouldn't know. Now, the overall week wasn't really that much to look at, really. Gaming week wise has been pretty, limited. Only big news is that Battlefield 2042 is pretty much dying a very slow death. Actually, a very accelerated slow death now. So much so that practically, only 1,000 people, barely 1,000 players have registered on the game. This is Steam. This is Steam counts. If you're playing PlayStation or an Xbox, you're playing that ecosystem. You might not have those numbers. May not be exact, but Steam is usually where a lot of people like myself and people who actually go on there, YouTubers, want to compare the life of a game. Because let's be honest yourself, with PC, to over 100, 200 million gamers or accounts on there. Not all active, but 100 million, 200 million. That's more than PlayStation and Xbox combined. That's why Steam is usually known as the pinnacle of what online activity is. Now, it still could be, you still could have a game like Halo Infinite for a while, do okay, but when it comes to PC gaming, not doing very well. It's probably doing better on PC than on Xbox, but even I digress. Sorry about that. Okay, but what Steam right now is telling me, and when I want to look at myself, Battlefield 2042 is dead in the water. It's done. They need to pull the plug, put it on Game Pass Ultimate, and get it out the way. Make it free to play by putting it on Game Pass Ultimate. That's the only way I think they can salvage. They did salvage. Battlefield 5 by doing that. They go by there and they did salvage that game. Salvage by putting it on Game Pass Ultimate, EA Play. I got it for Christmas on my Xbox about a couple years ago. I played it on and off. It wasn't terrible. No, it wasn't anything not to write home about. Call of Duty might have been better that year to get, but whatever. Well, family got for me. That's what I wanted. Hey, I can't complain. I can't complain, right? It's a free gift. I can't complain. So, as it's worth, it's the gameplay is better than Battlefield 2042 because it actually works. But this is not so surprising. And Titanfall 2 is not loading and let me play it on PC. It keeps crashing. Come to find out, it's an EA issue with their servers and PC. How fitting. Thank you, EA. For another cluster F of a reason why we shouldn't give 2 drops of urine about your stupid company and the problems you're going through. Because you do stuff like this. It took me forever to download said Titanfall 2. And Battlefront 2 is lost cause. That game runs so hard. I'm turning down on low settings and I'm still having issues running it. I mean, the game is not optimized for PC at all anymore. They screwed the pooch on these two folks. I mean, Titanfall 2 came out when I got it on the PS4, Deluxe Edition. And that game got sandwiched between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Ghosts or whatever. And it's no fight chance. Second, it was a really good game. It was a really fun game to play. A lot better than the original first one. People loved it. It was a great game. But it just didn't have the staying power of those 2 big ones. Hell, both those games got crapped upon by their own fans and people on the outside crapped upon Battlefield and Call of Duty that year. Battlefield 1, Call of Duty. So it wasn't like it was no lack of trying. Titanfall 1 was an enigma. That was fun. Respawn Entertainment created a game that Xbox fanboys were toting around as the next next thing to Halo that ran something better than Halo did. But it wasn't a Halo clone. It was just a game that used Titans or mechs, and you used pilots who were these great wonderful pilots, and you had the the amoebas. The underlying premise of Titanfall 1 and 2 was the grunts, the amoebas, what do you call them in your world you live in, you're in? They're never there to really do anything but direct the flow of the battle. They were mostly 1 point, one hit, 1 point, 1 points, 2 points, 3 points, four. You get 4 or 5, and you get 4 or 5 points. If you kill enough of them. Now one for one, I think like 5 or 6 for a pilot kill. So and I took them as face value what they were. Mostly for people who are not very good at games, but good for shooters. Not good for shooters, but decent enough. They're easy kills, and you might get a pilot in there, 1 or 2. You might kill 1 or 2 of those pilots eventually, because there's only like 6 pilots on the original Titanfall. Even Titanfall 2, 6 pilots on your side is 12 plus the 60 grunts. So that's why the game moved so well on the first one. Never had an issue with glitching because the game was pretty much just a 6-on-6 battle with Titans and a bunch of grunts running around. It's funny because you hear them talking, it's kind of funny. Even Titanfall 2 was pretty funny, but they won't release Titanfall 3 anytime soon, and they should. Of course, EA bought out Respawn Entertainment. So you know what that means. They're gonna make a game that's crap. No one likes to play it, and they're gonna crap all over it. How fitting for EA to kind of crap to us, but it's EA. What do you expect, right? So that being said, though, enough of that one. Now, getting back to what I talked about a week or so ago, and in his wrap up. To continue on it though, I'm thinking people are getting tired of these games coming out damaged. The Battlefield 2042 opened a wound, and we'll put more salt in it. A lot of people are not really wanting to open. You know what I mean? They're really not wanting to open that wound and keep salt in it again. But it proves a point that with all this technology and explosion, all this graphic cards, all this fun stuff, that we're having these issues with real life, real money. People are buying games like Battlefield 2042, like I did. On PC, by the way, the gold edition. Make sure I get that really, rubbed in there enough. That what is being done about it is absolutely nothing. No one's doing nothing about it because no one cares about it. And this is the problem that I'm thinking that people need to have the understanding about. This is a discussion that people need to have with themselves. And if you're building your first gaming rig and you want to pull your britches up, I'm going to buy all these great games, it'll be fun, you might pump the brakes a little bit there. And understand that the games you're buying probably weren't 100% when they came out. This era we live in. See, I grew up in the NES and Atari 2600 and Genesis friends' houses I played on. Vice versa, I played at my stuff over at my house, my NES. And those games worked. Yeah, they had some bad games sometimes. But they weren't bad in the sense that they didn't work. They were bad because they were programmed wrong, or maybe the game was not fun. Those are bad games. But not in the sense of games that are bad because they glitch or take 10,000 updates so you can walk 2 feet down whatever road or side scroll over or whatever. I'm good. I get in a car now. Yay. That's not an achievement or an improvement. That's just, kissing the rear end of these people and being happy that you can walk down to a car and go into it. Where in other games like Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 4, Saints Row, you hop into a car and drive around and move people down. And I'm not saying any game particularly had that issue, but I'm using it as an analogy to people understand that we tend to accept things a little too much. Now, instead of calling manure on something, we roll over and play dead. We just roll over and play dead. We're the ones who are paying these people. Then you get the EA people, whining about how your expectations are high. Mother Huffer, we bought a damn game for $90 to $100 plus. Our pitch should be high. We are customers. We are customers. We're consumers. We bought your stupid game and it doesn't work. I would have the right to get the money back so I can go buy a real game, a new game, better game. But because EA and Steam are too busy, when you ask them for a refund, their asshole puckered up really tight that hell, you can't, air can't pass through. They can't even fart at that point in time. But they'll bend over backwards, to take your money. But they won't sit there bend over backwards to help give you a refund. And if you got one for PC, and if you're a very lucky person, then here's to you. A lot of people didn't get one, and present included. It's over 2 hours. 2 hours, my ass. The game's broken, Steam, and you know it. And this is more of a rant, not really a rant, but a problematic system of events that correlates with a lot of issues going on right now. Okay? I'm trying to understand all this stuff, and I can't. I can't for the life of me understand how Halo Infinite can be in the bad shape as it is. It is. Not that after being put in the oven for an extra year to cook and marinate, and it still comes out somehow half-cocked and ready to rock. And I'm like, how in the hell can you do this? Who's in charge up there? Oh yeah, Bill Spencer, CEO now. But who is really in charge of the game development area? When you have games like this, and you have games like Titanfall, you have been out for a long time, and hell, Battlefield 2042, another prime example. They had a 1% bug where you went down to 1%, you couldn't die. Whole squads, whole game, deathmatch. Didn't matter if you're playing team deathmatch or playing in classic Conquest or Assault. God help you playing Conquest. You know how massive that is. It's like Game Genie on steroids. You live forever. Like, well, it's great and fun and all, but let's be honest with ourselves. You get blasted in the face by a rocket launcher. I think you're dead. Not Star Wars universe. You get back up in like damn Terminator and stuff. You need the sound of him doing this, getting up like this. The sound of the glass being broken, him rising up, player rising up like this. Like the old you seen Terminator, you know what I'm talking about. And you watch Terminator, you know what I'm talking about. So that is what, to me, is wrong with society. We accept things what they are, and just call them manure. And then you get these fanboys that, fanboy morph into action, call their fanboy Zords down. They want to come down and firebomb your house because you're sitting there talking about some precious piece of plastic or a damn freaking silicone diode you're talking about, a game code. They're downloaded to a damn SSD that has no value to you anymore, or even the company that created the damn thing. So why your feelings hurt? Just paid $70 for a game that doesn't work. Gee whiz. I paid $90 for a game that doesn't work. Oh hell no. That's why I'm not buying one EA games again. I'm going on Game Pass only. I'm already paying $44.99 for 90 days. I got about 6 months of Game Pass right now, and I'm contemplating getting rid of all of it. Because of the fact with the Titanfall 2 and the Star Wars Battlefront 2 and games like this, and you have to constantly fight everything just to get a game going. You go on Steam, it's up and running. On Xbox, it's like, damn, you need a blood sacrifice just to get permission to even get the game downloaded. And even then, will it even work or not? So it's really kind of hard to tell people, hey, go buy this. So, I don't support Game Pass and what they're doing. So I don't recommend Game Pass to anyone. If you think it's going to be like a Steam and work. No. Game Pass is good, and it is. For non-EA games, it's the best thing you can get your hands on. The game will download about 99% of the time. 1% game may not download. It could be an issue with the game server, but usually you send a response into Microsoft, Xbox, they will take care of it. You can give you email back. EA gets lost and scared. Like, put it on the court. Their email there, George. Here, put it in the corner, George. And they throw it in the corner somewhere. And they'll take care of them eventually. Those guys, they're so busy because they're so afraid now because we have high expectations now of the game. Yeah, all we want to do is play the damn stupid game. But, this is what is showing people true colors of gaming. I hate to say that being part of a gamer in this generation sucks. Yes, I have great graphics card, great game rig. I love it to death. But I miss the days of yesteryear. Like a pop into a game and a top loader. Yeah, NES will push down, had little issues sometimes. You can get a little knife action in there. Unplug it for a little knife action, push the pins back, and you can play it for a couple weeks or whatever. Go back. And then we did maintenance runs with back then, kids. I'm still kids out here, but if you're below the age of 30, well, like you're 20, you got no clue what I'm talking about. We used to have to take little butter knives and unplug the thing. It's safety first. Most of us didn't do that. Unplug it and literally, push in the pins back in because $200 to get fixed. We ain't got $200 to go get the damn thing fixed. Cost $150 to get the damn thing brand new. Cost $200 to get it fixed. No. So you take a little butter knife in there and you push it back in. And if you're lucky, then yay, Mario's back. For a couple more weeks. And then you do it all over again. Pin separate, just push it back in. Blinking red light just fix that. By taking it off and popping it on there, it turns it into a straight loader. Now they push down because it goes into an angle and pushes it down. The original NES. And that separates the pins over time. Some people left the game in there. And that could have helped, maybe. I don't know if it helped or not. It could have helped keep it from doing that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's wise to give a game in there, but some people did that when they had to fix it a couple times. So maybe that's the best way to do it. I don't know. But going back to stories now, this is why gaming today is so weird. Because those kids are now adults, children, who are buying these games, who have no clue why they're broken. I know why, because developers are just cheap, lazy little bastards who want every nickel but don't want to put any effort to it. Or they want on Twitter, your expectations are so high. I'm sorry. Man, you go buy a brand new Tesla, you come home, the damn battery explodes and catches fire and burns itself down in your driveway. Are you a little bit of not happy that your car is sitting outside lighting stuff on fire? Are you a little bit pissed off that your car is now a smoldering pile of acid and burnt parts, and pretty much committed car suicide practically? Are you happy about that fact? No, you won't be. Spent $100,000 on this damn thing. 6 of those happen to people in this country. I don't see Tesla getting all mad. Your expectations high. Know what they're doing? They're going back to the drawing board. You know what? Let's not make cars like that. Wow. You have to listen to people, you know what I mean? I bring Tesla up because Tesla is an interesting vehicle. Now, I'm not sold on having to have a generator in my car so I can power it when it goes down. I'm sitting in traffic in Clarksville for 4 or 5 hours because somebody running somebody and I didn't know what they're doing. The greatest hit reenactment of being hurt, breaking out the greatest hits in the reenactment. Theater. They get hurt and they're doing a little neck thing and Get out of the way. Call the police. Ian's been an ambulance over there and let us go. So I understand what people are saying about that, and I understand that, and I understand about that. But let's look at Teslas. Look at PlayStation. They had issues with with a few of their games, but they're actually making better on it. They're learning from their mistakes and moving on. CD Projekt Red, the cluster F of mess with Cyberpunk 2077. A bigger mess when they loaned out the PC port of Batman Arkham Knight. But they immediately refunded everybody who bought the game PC, took it off PC shelves, PC's Steam, told people not to buy it right now, literally told people not to buy it. Gave up maybe 6 months. They redid everything they needed to do. They fixed it, relaunched it. Now the game is pretty much would be game of the year, but it didn't take half a year to get fixed. Because the game is almost, a masterpiece for people on PC now. It's not Elder Ring. It's not Elder Ring material, but it is close to it. I'm here. So, that being said, though, those companies learn from mistakes. Why can't EA? Why does EA get a pass? Why does Microsoft get a pass? People hopped on Tesla, but don't harp on Ford and GM, government motors, for their crappy stuff they make. See, we pick and choose who we want to argue about and fight for. I think it should be 100% around. I know it's about gaming, not automotive, but hell, with chip shortage right now, and most of the cars, including mine, to take chips nowadays to run, it's kind of an all package deal right now. And you can't tell me they can't push these chips out any faster. They can if they want to, folks. This is part of the moral conversation I'm going to have with you guys. Chip shortage is finally going away. A friend of mine is building his gaming rig, who I work with. He getting 6600, an AMD RX. Not bad. It's a good graphics card. It's like a 3060. A little. My 2060 beats it in certain areas, but 2060s are weird because they're insanely overclockable, but they're lower VRAM. Go figure, I guess. So I don't know. Go figure, I guess. I don't know what it is. But now I wouldn't mind having a 6600 XT myself, or there's 67. I wouldn't mind having those cards because that ain't anything upgrade to me. Granted, 2060 has been really good, and it's still good for me. But I can't justify going there and buying a brand new card, especially when I gotta get my car fixed. That's part of the real life issues adults have, children. Once again, if you're below the age of 30, you live at home with your mom and dad. If you're under 30 and you live at home with your mom and dad, you don't understand. You don't understand real life issues. And I'm still mad at my car. My Honda Civic is in the back of a Honda shop. And that's part of the issue. I think it's wrong because the car been having problems for years. No, my father insulted to me. Having issues with backup camera. And that's part of the more where people are not following through. A warranty goes out that their year, the warranty's been gone for a year, all of a sudden now all these problems happen. So that's part of the accountability. Doesn't matter if you're gaming or not. But this is part of the more conversation I'm having with you guys. So a life lesson, I don't blame my father for the car he sold me. He talked to him about it with the backup camera coming on when he's driving forward down the street. I chimed in all his worth. Same thing about Battlefront 2042 and Halo Infinite and games like that. Now I chimed in for all his worth too as well. But you can only do so much. Now you can't force people to stop and think about what they're doing. You can only do yourself. You can do you. You have to really understand what what makes you special, what helps you out. Because I can't tell you, I don't know why EA is not really, putting their foot down about games like Battlefront 2042 or Titanfall not loading, or the issues with the Battlefront 2, and these games I mentioned off. But it seems like to me that these companies are okay with it. It's because they don't want to waste their time with it. It's like it's okay for them to have the issues. Like it's okay for them to have the problems and have the issues and problems and situations that doesn't help them. It's like it's okay to them. And to me, that's not okay to me. Because at the end of the day, it bothers me. Because when you're buying a game or anything, it doesn't work. You have a right to beat the streets, to voice your opinion, to sound the alarm, ring that bell. And when companies trying to tell you on Twitter or whatever else you're being too unreasonable, high expectations, you tell them, you give me my damn money back then, and I'll go elsewhere. How much money EA is going to lose on their next Battlefield or next game they create. Like, nah, I don't want that piece of crap. I know what's going to happen. Take 20,000 damn updates, and 2 years later, maybe I can actually log into it, or actually do something with said game instead of having to wait around for it to update, patch, and that's a sad thing. These games that we've been reasonable time. Well, it's your problem, not mine. It's not my concern. I'm not the one who's doing that to people. I'm not the one who's lying to the public. I'm not the one who's giving false narrative to people. No reason why they didn't show it off at E3 or presentations. And what they gave us was crap. But I bought it because I fell for it like a lot of people did. And am I happy? No, of course not. But I can't fault the developers if they're working because EA is making them when to work behind a beating drum. You can't do that. But I can get criticism to the management of EA and Microsoft and Tesla and the Hondas and Toyotas and the Fords and Chevys or GMC or GM, I call them. Because they're the ones in charge of all this stuff. We are not. They know what we want. For some reason they think if you give us crappy stuff, we'll accept it and move on. Well, I ain't going to. You shouldn't either. It doesn't matter if you're a gamer or non-gamer or a PC guy or non-PC guy. We're all in this together, folks. You can pick your little side, your little clicks. I'm a car nut. Love Teslas. We love Tesla so much. Hey, how much that thing ain't gonna burst in flames in my driveway, or worst case in my garage and burn my house down. If you're a Xbox fanboy, you should be more mad about the fact that the Xbox is not selling well because there's no need to buy one. You get a PC for a little more price, but play other games on top of that. If you're a PlayStation guy, you should be upset because your PlayStation Game Pass wannabes program is garbage. It's laughable. If you're a PC guy, you should be upset because the games you're getting are ports that don't work. These are things that we all come together on and agree on. At the end of the day, once again, this is part of the more information, the more I had an information on the video tag, that we come together, our voices be heard as one. I guarantee the company won't make excuses about graphics card issues and chip issues and CPU issues and probably high expectations. People start losing jobs. When crap are coming out, you have high expectations. Okay, now this doesn't mean you go total full carrying nuclear on them and ask to speak to their manager. No, because you just lost people then. They'll roll their eyes. You can get the manager, how you do, we'll take care of it, sorry. That's it. No. You go up there and say, you know what? Well, my wallet's over there. But I'm going to speak with my wallet in my hand here. Imagine it. I'm not giving you any more money, EA or Xbox or whatever. It's going to stay right in my wallet. Until you show me that you can do what you got to do, I'm not gonna give you any more of my hard-earned money. I guarantee you, when next Battlefield comes out, if it comes out at all, or Battlefront, or Titanfall, or Halo, or whatever, that game better be immaculate, or sayonara. People just walk away. They do about face, and they walk away, and they don't bother to look at it. They don't bother to ask questions. They don't bother to do a damn thing. They don't want reviews. They just, okay, EA game, yeah, whatever. I'm going to play Steam, play some real games. Ubisoft, they have issues. But they have issues every year. But they always correct them. For what I see. That's my video, guys. I appreciate you guys watching my video. Watching a lot. Thank you guys for watching it. Once again, thank you guys for a whole lot. I know it's been kind of a long video here, and it's been a long week for me. Had to get my sister's car taken care of. I'm still gonna do some stuff next week for it because I'm not using her car because my car's in the shop. So, at least I can do is help her out with her car to keep it running for her when I do get my car back. So it's not bad at all. But I think it's one of those things you have to do. So that's why I've been kind of erratic lately with my videos. We're not really setting time anymore because I've been so busy. I was so tired, a lot working. So my frame of mind is not always happy sometimes. When I'm really tired, I'm really miserable and really irritable because I don't like being around people. And when you have to go help and clean up the house and things like that, and you're constantly being yelled for, like you're a damn servant, like a 13 servant. And it's just because we have to clean them. My father has to clean the house up and cut the grass. So it's lots of people do in the house. And we're constantly on the work, get stuff done, and we're both tired. So that's why you guys have it too. It's springtime. It's time of working out in the sun. Mosquitoes chasing you around, and you're trying to just cut the grass. And you're playing the Macarena with mosquitoes, and like, leave me alone. So, but that's why I'm always tired all the time. I look tired a lot because I sleep as much as I can. But there are days where I can't sleep at all. So, because I got lots to do. But that's called life. Once again, it's called being an adult. And you got to make decisions like that. You cry about it or you get up and do it. I get up and do it. I don't like it, but I got to do what I got to do, So, my video, guys, I'm going to try to play some Far Cry 5 or whatever, watch more TV, head to bed around 7 o'clock. I'll see you guys probably later tomorrow or in the middle of the week, probably Wednesday or Thursday. I might make a video or I might make one just Friday. How's it going with the games and my car stuff. My car, they're saying that the BCM module's coming in, could be released on May 8th, as of right now. That's less than May 8th. That's 1, 2, 3, about 2 weeks away. Hopefully, this is as close as it ever got to a release date. It comes in, it'll be about 2 or 2 weeks before it gets in, depending on where it's shipped from. and I get it in. If it works, $125 to get it installed, get reprogrammed, all that stuff right there. And then I have to work on the sunroof, and get that fixed. So that right there would be another issue they got to deal with. But we'll get that taken care of when I get the part ordered. When the part was on order, when the part comes in, I'll let them, hey, you need the sunroof. So I already got it taken care of. Thanks, Ryan, for that one, who works up there at Honda. Appreciate that information you're giving me. And also Cheryl. Shout out to both of them on my channel, even though I don't really watch YouTube at all, but whatever. But still, it's good to know that people are actually caring about helping you out. And that's why I've been nervous a lot, really irritable, because once the car breaks down, guys, I have no job. That's just the truth of it all. That's a real shoot. This is real. This is not me acting. That car breaks down out there, I'm done. There's 17 years gone. There's no bus goes out there, no Uber, no nothing. And that bothers me every night I get up. Every go to work, every day I get up. Is the car going to work or not? The car going to crap out and I want to work today. That bothers me. But the car runs really good. But once again, that's the notion in your mind when your vehicle's in the shop and you use somebody else's car. That's older than yours right now. And granted, my Saturn was 17 years old. Well, I got rid of it. So that right there is the notion I'm going through. You guys had a car issue too, you know what I'm talking about. The days you wake up from a sound sleep, like, is this the day I'm going to lose my job because my car doesn't want to work? That's the fear I have sometimes. But I'm learning that it is what it is. My father told me, no, he ain't going to let me lose my job. Told me either. Because, it wasn't my fault with this car. And it's really good to have family that cares about helping each other out. Yeah, my family and I, we all don't get along all the time. We need each other. We all come together. If your life is like that, don't feel bad, because a lot of people out there, you probably know people that are worse. I know people that are worse families than mine. So don't feel bad about your life not being 100%. My life ain't 100%. But I got family behind me that will come together and do the best they can. As I'll do for them the best I can. That's just the way it is sometimes, I think. I pray every day that the car part will come in. And, I know it will. It's just not having my car out there bothers me. Because, it's a good thing it happened on my vacation. The part went bad, not me driving home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because the car would have went dead, 70 miles an hour. No, it would have been terrible. It would have been no way to stop. So, once again, I thank God every day. So, the worst things to happen. So, for you guys, once again, that's been me venting out my frustration, but also being very positive about it, because it is what it is. I can't help it. I'll catch you guys later. You guys be safe. Crisis 169 on Xbox app. Crisis 1691 on Steam. See you later. Peace out.